Good Saturday morning. Coming to you today from yet another graveyard. And this one I believe is called Elders or Elfers Graveyard. It's fairly close to our house. And we were on the way home, and I've always wanted to stop by here. They got some pretty interesting gravestones in here. And of course, you gotta be a little weird to like hanging out in a graveyard, but I do. So I guess I'm that weird guy. Now, this is something that's always amazed me. I mean, I understand it. The guy's probably a big beer drinker, but when people leave beer cans.
This is a Margaret.
Well, maybe she was a drunk. But they leave beer, and not good beer on top of that. I mean, it's crap beer, but, you know, I guess everybody has their thing in life, and I guess old Margaret here liked to suck down a couple every now and then. Now, I'm just going to take a guess here, but I'm going to say that John liked to play guitar and Pearlie liked dachshunds. I just have that feeling. Not quite sure. Just kind of a feeling that I have. Now look at this one here. Look how big this thing is. It starts over here, goes all the way over here. Have your little bench. And apparently this is, well, these, they're still around. Peter and Lois Ann are still here. Papa Pete and Mama always. And then this big rock with the word Rocky above it. I don't know if it's the name of the rock or whatever, but you never know. But look at all this. You got a little gravestone here. They were very religious people. Got your little bench you can sit and talk to your late relatives. And that's not really that big of a weirdness to me because my late wife is buried, well, she was cremated, but she's in an interment wall up in Illinois. And I used to go sit there and talk to her sometimes. Now, here's an interesting thing. Now, this is a turtle. Now, I don't quite understand, but it is a turtle. And I'm thinking to myself, why would you have a turtle here? And then, if you come over here, Lori Ann Christ apparently had a thing for turtles. I'm not stepping on gravestones, I'm leaning in. But yeah, she's got turtles up there, so she must have really had a thing for turtles. But she was a young girl too, it's too bad. Now, this place is quite big. It's literally just off one of the side streets. And we go by it quite often. This is the first time I've ever been here. But it is a big cemetery. It's not quite as big as the one we went to the last video I did on that one. Of course, there's our little car. Little jukey. But this thing it's huge. And we're only in one section, so. But it goes. That was a little graveyard 360 for you. You know, and they got fences around these places, which I never really understood because the people in them don't want to get out, and the people on the outside of the fences sure as hell don't want to get in. So, one of them weird little things I think about. Well, here's another one. Lots of decorations, and this one has a little viewing window in it, which you got your little bench right here, some glow-in-the-dark lights, solar lights. Glow-in-the-dark lights. Did I just really say glow-in-the-dark lights? Huh. Sometimes I amaze myself. But there we have a little picture of the woman who's inhabiting this graveyard, or this gravestone. Grave. One day I will learn how to speak. What I should do is I should break out my little app, little ghost hunter app, and see if there's anything in this area. Unfortunately, I can't do that and use the phone at the same time. And here's another one with a picture. I kind of like them when they have pictures on them, just primarily due to the fact that it kind of gives you an idea of what the person was like. Let me give you a shot of her right there. Oops. Sorry. But yeah, born in 78. Died in 2017. It's terrible when young people have to die. Here's another interesting one. Caught my eye. I mean, look at how... I don't know what they call these top pieces here that go on them. Caps, whatever they may be. But the one thing that got me was this chair is strapped to the tree. They have a little brush to come out here and take care of their grandma, who is right here. Give me a shot of grandma. Give her time. But, and then you have, these are disturbing ones to me. I don't know why these bother me as much as they do. Let me get up here. Oh, God, I don't like stepping on graves. Now, I believe these are called, well, no, she just died, so she probably hasn't got her headstone yet. But I know sometimes when they put stuff like this on these, it's called a pauper's headstone, meaning the person had no money, they were flat broke, and so that's what they put them up there for. This is what I was talking about. These types of grave markers are generally put in there for people who are indigent, have no money, whatnot. And I was always told they were called pauper gravestones. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, tell me in the comments, because most of the time I am wrong. So you won't offend me by telling me the truth, or straighten me out. Either one. Now, look at this. This is just, wow. This was Cruz and Aponte. I might be spelling those names wrong. If I am, I apologize. But look at this, my gosh. It's just amazing. The work and the effort in what some people put in for their loved ones. And let me show you this one over here. This one here has got a little Rottweiler on top of it. Whiteman. They got a little Rottweiler dog on top there. Ooh, cicadas are getting loud. There. Isn't that nice? Must have had a Rottie at one point, or a couple of them. I mean, they are the best dog in the world. Okay, this is interesting. Look at this one. Now, I don't know what language that is. I'm going to say it's Slovakian or Greek. I'm not really sure, but this looks like a little boxing ring. And also, as I just took some time and I was running my my Ghosty app, my spirit box, and I was standing over another area which had some, I would say, Eastern Bloc names, and I was getting all this weird Russian type sounding music and stuff, and it was pretty interesting. And then I walked away from that section and it stopped. It's like this, I don't know what language this is. If you know what language this is, tell me in the comments, please. I want to say it's obviously Eastern Bloc, Russian, Ukrainian, but this guy's name was Elvis Mustafik. Elvis Mustafik. It's kind of a cool name, really, if you think about it. And this is a little interesting, too. I guess, you know, you're going to do some drinking. You're going to need a good flask in heaven. Look at how the weather has just chewed this statue apart. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. That is something. Weather down here in Florida is brutal, man. It is brutal at times. And this is Jakobski, Bonita, and Antonio, or Anthony, excuse me. Apparently they were married in '97. It's terrible. Each one of these stones has such a great story, I'm sure, behind it, that if you knew, it would be just absolutely amazing. But the way that they adorn these graves is just blows me away. Now look at this one here. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But father of Kevin Charles Tyler Dean. Now, Is it Kevin, Charles, Tyler, Dean? Kevin, Charles, Dean, Tyler? Commas would be helpful here. This, by far, is one of the absolute strangest things I've ever seen at a graveyard. Now, obviously, the gentleman here was a firefighter, and it says Moon Lake, so he was the chief. And that is cool. That is really cool. See here? And of course there's his Moon Lake Volunteer Fire Department. That's cool. I like that a lot. That is really, really cool. Strange, but it's cool. Nice way to pay tribute to someone. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that these people were Ohio State Buckeyes fans. Just got that feeling. There we go. Grandpa Jim. He gave so much and asked for so little. I'm sure when I die, mine will say, Grandpa Jim, good riddance, asshole. Now this is a cool one. I like this one. Unfortunately, she was a young girl. She was born in 2002 and died in 2017. But look at that. Isn't that something? She must have had a thing for the Halloween based on a few of the things that are here. Those little guys right there. She's got some spooky stuff up there. And then she's got something written here with a bench. What does it say here? Let's see if we can get it all. So, give her a little bit of YouTube fame in the afterlife. Apparently she had a thing for geckos too, so. I do believe the Halloween theme was big with her. Now see, here's the stones that I like the most. I like looking at the most, is these really, really old ones like this one here. These to me just have so much personality to them. And we're actually in the older section. I don't know what that means. FBG, maybe that's just all they can afford. Little gecko on top of a stone there. I think here's another one. I like the really old cemeteries, the really old stones, the ones that just, like I said, have a personality. You know, here's a couple more over here. The ones that bother me the most are the baby ones. I just don't like them at all. Many years ago, I was with a group of people. We were in a graveyard and we were recording, and we were in a baby section of a very haunted cemetery in Illinois. And when we replayed the tape, we were standing by the baby section. We actually heard babies crying in the background of the tape, and it was very disturbing. Very sad and very disturbing. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the little tour of one of the local graveyards by our house. I believe it's called Elfers or Effie's, and it's off of what is that, 528? It's a country road, county road, 528, down here in New Port Richey. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.